Okay, so I just had some pretty intense things happen. One, yesterday was Thanksgiving. It was good, actually. I'm trying to like wrap my head around because the second one's pretty big, but it was good. I will post my actual like Facebook post here in the comments or in the description so that you can see it. I didn't feel tempted at all to eat more than I should. And I think it was just because my body didn't really want anything that was there, which is crazy because last year and all the years that I've had Thanksgiving, I've just like force-fed myself. But instead I just gave myself like what I wanted, which was like a whole bunch of ham. And I kind of wanted potatoes, but by the time that I got up there, they didn't have the potatoes I wanted, and I wasn't really upset about it or emotional because I got like to scrape the pan. So there's about that much left. I have lost 6 pounds this week still. My weigh-in hasn't really gone up or down. I guess it's gone up maybe a pound, if I'm going to be totally honest, but I'm too afraid to admit that. So I'm just saying it stayed the same. Yeah, but Thanksgiving was really, really good. I ate every 4 hours like I should. But then last night, I should have eaten at 10 or at 8, but I didn't feel hungry. But my body kept wanting food, and it was the weirdest thing because my brain kept saying go eat, but my stomach wasn't growling. And if I was going to wait for the growl, I knew it was going to hit around like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I usually stay up till then anyway. And so I was kind of worried about overeating right before I went to bed, and so I did end up eating at 10:30. And I think I made a smart decision. Like, I do have to release some guilt just because you shouldn't eat at 10:30. But I'm proud of myself for at least recognizing that I hadn't had anything since 4 o'clock p.m. and that I was trying to make it all the way until like midnight. And that's probably not healthy. That's what I would have done in my old diet. And yeah, I lost 20 pounds, but I was really hungry. Like, I was starving all the time. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, so until I figure that out, I'm not going back to that diet. I might. My mom told me that my body would eventually, like, be okay on that much food, and it would be sustainable. But the night that I caved on that diet, I almost fell over into the pantry. Like, I was so dizzy and sick from not eating anything, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So until further notice, until I get like an okay from Heavenly Father or something, I'm really not planning on going back to that, even though I want to because there was a lot of weight loss. I mean, 20 pounds in 1 week versus 6. I was really hardcore in keto fat burning mode. Anyways, so that was this week. Today's Black Friday. Called Bailey and I said, can we talk? Because I'm so unhappy that I lost 6 pounds and I gotta figure out why I'm unhappy. Well, we talk and I can just tell that the whole time I'm triggering her. Like, I'm saying things and she is just getting angrier and more upset at herself because I'm like, I want to be like skinny, but then I don't want to be skinny because skinny girls are awful. And then she's like, I can tell she's getting upset. And I'm like, don't worry, Bailey. You're like the only skinny girl I've ever met who is kind, like actually kind-hearted. And she's like, I can tell that it's just not good enough. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not getting the help because she's upset. And she's not getting the help because I'm triggering her. So I started thinking, and Heavenly Father's like, do what you do best. Like, help her, because you're good at that. So I call her up, and I say, let me help you. And it's the same core. Everything I'm feeling is the same core. So let me just help you, and it will heal me. And she goes, cool. Like, I can do that. And she's, like, breathing, and she's releasing, and she's like, I needed that. because it's hard for her to give and hard for me to receive, right? So I was blocking the receiving and etc. So as we're sitting there having a conversation about life, she's talking and she's like, I feel like I can't complain about my body because every time I do, some fat girl says, well, at least you have a skinny body. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this sounds familiar. And she's like, I can't go into the stores I want to go into because my friends are plus size. And if I go into the stores that I want to go into, I'm going to make them feel bad. And oh man, I just started thinking and I was like, Bailey, everything that you're saying to me is like 110% how I feel 24/7. Stop. I can't go into certain stores because I'm plus size. I get looked at wrong because I'm plus size. I get looked at like I don't take care of myself, and you get looked at like, ugh, I'm so envious. Like, we both get negative energy 24/7, and it really came down to she doesn't feel loved when she's skinny, and I don't feel loved because I'm fat, and it's all mindset. Now, everybody has told me my whole life that it's mindset, it's mindset, it's mindset. Never understood it until today. Until I took my skinny friend aside, who, I know this girl, and I love her, and she's my best friend, and I related to her. I related to her, and in everything she felt about her body, I felt about mine. It blew my mind. It really blew my mind. She feels exactly how I feel, and I'll probably post this next video on my account. Like, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about how she feels versus how I feel, and how they're the exact same, and how weight loss and being skinny, like, it really doesn't matter, etc. So I'll probably post that. Sophia, stop it. She's making a huge mess. We're done. Ooh, gross. She's irritating me today. I'm having like a hard mom day. It's because she keeps screaming at me. No, you gotta get washed. Sorry. You're covered. I love being a mom. You're getting my rawness. You're getting my realness. Come on, let's get in the bath. This one. And this one. So yeah, I'll post how she feels and I feel and the results of that video and everything. I'll post it here. But this was a huge breakthrough for me today. I really have never really ever understood the whole mindset thing. So yeah, it's a big deal. So what I'm learning. One, doesn't matter if you're thin or if you're fat, you're still afraid you're never gonna get love from people. And two, it really does matter that you're comfortable in your own skin. Like, if Bailey is comfortable and she's content and she feels peace being a size 12, that's okay. Because it's about her loving her body, her loving herself. And for me, if I'm not comfortable until I'm a size 6, then that's okay. It really is okay. It's a massive breakthrough. It's big. I'm just spinning.